Oh, here's the beast. There it is. Man. Oh, still not much better. Let's try it again. Yep, not much better. Focus. I guess it's not. Alright. That's where I'm at with it. Had to fix a brake line. Person that owned it before. Yeah, there's no pads in here right now. It's just sitting in here. I guess when they put the caliper back on, it was twisted, and they just ran it as is and kinked the line pretty bad. I don't even know how you managed to bolt it. There was so much tension on that thing, but anyways, that's fixed. Tomorrow I'll bleed it. Can't really bleed it by myself unless I go old school and basically pump it and then put a piece of wood or a pipe between the seat and the pedal, come out here, bleed it, there's a nice little fitting out, and go back inside, pull the pipe off. I ain't trying to do that. I have one of my buddies come over here and help me out. But got all the undercoating on the front clip of the frame, flat black on the rest, gloss black on the block and heads. I use a high temp paint for the exhaust manifold. Same thing with the water pump and the intake manifold. The cover was very, very pitted, so I sanded it down, got it smooth. I used some black primer as a base, and I put undercoating on the top of it. Same thing with the firewall. See, redressed the spark plug wires. Same thing, went old school with the zip ties. So it's cleaner. Nothing's all spidered out around metal and stuff. I mean, the rest right there on the valve cover. Once I'm done, it's not really going to be touching anything. They're not tight. I still got to do the timing on the motor once I get it fired up. Radiator has been repaired. Basically put a new tank on it. They brushed the fins on it. Give it a nice little coat of paint. They did a really good job on it. Original radiator, no aftermarket one. And got a fan here, got spacer for the fan. It's not going to be a clutch on it, so it's going to be consistent. Luckily this isn't a built motor where it's crazy horsepower, because these are rivets. And there's a reason why there is a warning on there. These things are freaking deadly. If you over rev it, over spin it, yeah, these things come out with force. And the battery is back here now. Sorry, got the tray with the hole down. Next would be put the box. So basically what I'll end up doing is pulling all this off again, put the box inside, drill the holes through the box, and then fasten everything back down to the body. Same thing in the inside. I gotta do a lot of wiring. I gotta get another gauge for the water temp, because this line on the inside was butchered and they don't sell a replacement, so I got a new gauge. Figured out what was going on with the oil line. They had a T-tap style fitting, but it wasn't right, and it was cross-threaded, so it was leaking oil all over the place. And everything was twist tied and taped together. As you can see, they have a switch here that is all twist tied, and yeah. This guy was going to another switch. I took it off because it was a fire hazard, and then I nipped the end off where it was connected towards the battery when it was in the front. It is quite a fiasco going on here, and it's a pretty good party going off in here. So what they got going on is a switch here to kill the ignition. You can have the key on all the way, and you can shut it off, and the motor will stay running until you hit this switch. So I'm going to wire the ignition switch the way it's supposed to be and get rid of all this stuff. I got quite a bit of wiring to do in this thing, but luckily I can break it down pretty quickly. Shouldn't be too bad. All the lights for the gauges are right here in my hand. This is how everything was put together. It's beautiful. Look at this. It's so nice. Look at that twist. Look at that precision twist. That's amazing. Oh, look, it's like Christmas. But all that's going to get fixed the right way. And this thing should be pretty much not a fire hazard no longer. I really wish they didn't break the dash, because so far this car looked pretty damn good until I saw this here. So this was shoved in where the radio normally goes, and I'm assuming that they really wanted to put these gauges in. When they shoved it in here, they broke a chunk of the plastic off. Now I've been looking for that plastic in here and I haven't found it. If I would have had the plastic, I could have basically taken the whole dash part, at least just the face off, so that way I can possibly just melt it back together, sand it, and then probably use some trim black to make it look all original again. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. So I'm going to do the best I can and try to make it look nice. It's just a shame though. It's really hard to find any old car with a dashboard that is clean, along with the face of the gauges. It's like kind of it was so nice. So nice. But you can't win them all. And overall, this car is in great shape. It's got a couple little things, quite a few things you can nitpick at, but overall, it's a solid car. But this is where I'm at with it. I gotta do a radio install, and then I'm gonna put 3-way components in it. I'm just not sure how I want to mount the speakers. I might end up making pods, but there really isn't too much room here in the kick panels, so I gotta really think about how it's gonna be set up. So since this is already broken, I'm gonna try to set this bracket up so it kind of hides it and kind of sits a little up front, and then the radio is gonna have to go in here to fill this whole void up. I mean, running wires through here for the speakers wouldn't be very hard. And we already have the upholstery cut out for 6x9s in the back. Not sure how I'm gonna be able to make this look nice. It does kind of, look at this freaking spider up in here. Brought a friend with me. Right on. Bye bye, web. Usually with this back panel, they put like a soft fabric so it can kind of breathe, and you can hide some speakers under it. But there's no hiding speakers here, and you can put the covers for the speakers on, but I mean it just looks, I don't know, everybody has a personal preference. So I just like to make things kind of as clean as possible, especially with a car like this. So this is going to be interesting. Maybe I can get some covers and put some fabric over them and make them look nice. Because the speaker covers, yeah, there's some nice ones, but it just seems a bit of an eyesore when I see them in a couple of the cars with the big old 6x9, and then the covers are gray and kind of bulky looking, and they pop out like a 3D movie and shit. But it's all personal preference. And then next will be to fix the hinge in here, because this door's sagging really, really bad. You can see where they slammed it a couple times. Look at the overhang right here. That's about 1/4 of an inch of an overhang. So you have to pick up the door to close it, and it's still tight. So I'm probably going to have to get the hinges and slide it forward a little bit. I might have to loosen up the fender and pull it forward, but it's looking good.